everybody.
Yo.
What's up?
We are back. The Wrestling Through the Years pod. We are here for the breakdown, the Raw breakdown specifically from January 20th. Go ahead.
They don't have our names in the corner anymore?
Is that a big deal for you?
No, I was just wondering, like, what happened.
Yeah, what did happen?
I got rid of it last week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Should be able to get it back, though. Fuck it.
Yeah. Don't worry about
it. So, how you doing, everybody?
We'll just have to introduce ourselves. That's all.
I mean, we usually do anyway. I'm Dizzle.
I'm Dutchie.
Money.
And we're the Wrestling Through the Years. We are here for the breakdown. Raw, January 20th. And Doug's half in the frame. Get that head in there. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, display names you can put
There
there.
you go. You want to just be the tech guy?
There you go.
So we get a moment of silence like this.
I can.
Ready to kick some tushy?
I don't know. I feel better now.
No.
The big dogs. I like how Eric's plugging his Twitter. We're just ready to kick some tushy.
Yeah.
All right. So we're here to break down Raw, baby, and talk about the wonderful world of wrestling. This is the side show. This is the side piece of our wrestling stuff. So this one won't go as long. I want to watch Dynamite tonight, and I want to see Jeff Jarrett tear MJF a new bunghole. So
Bunghole!
bunghole! I think that stuff's great so far. That's some good stuff on AEW, which is nice. But we're here to talk about Raw Monday night. It was another good one. The third week on Netflix now, and are we starting to feel fatigued, boys?
Yeah. Apparently they're raising the prices of Netflix too.
I like the show so far. I thought this week it was probably it's the second strongest because I think it's better wrestling on this show than the first week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and of course, Eric would complain about a price being raised because he's the cheapest motherfucker on earth.
I don't need to pay. I have T-Mobile and they're paying for it.
Then why the hell are you complaining about the
I'm not
raising the
complaining.
prices?
I would just mention.
Don't complain about stuff you get for free unless it's up.
I wasn't complaining.
Yeah.
I was just mentioning it.
Another good week of Raw. Where were we this week, Doug?
We were in Dallas.
We were in Dallas.
Texas.
I mean, you and I were home, but Raw was in Dallas.
Right.
Fun air country.
We start off the show with Jey Uso, Yeet, and Gunther going into more verbal warfare, setting up their Saturday night's main event.
Jay wasn't the only one eating.
Yeah, Michael Cole was eating as well.
Yeah.
You really like that.
I did because he dances like a dipshit like me.
He's become the fun uncle. How about Corey Graves back on NXT, huh?
I really think what happened was he realized that if he still wanted to be with the company, he had to do.
You don't think it was a work?
No.
You don't think it was a work, pal?
No, because he's stupid.
Maybe he is an idiot. Maybe he's a stupid fucking idiot.
Because, like, he goes around. He has not realized for as many times as Twitter has gotten his stupid ass in trouble, he has not realized to just keep his fucking mouth shut. Just because Jesse Ventura used to get away with running his mouth. Corey Graves is not Jesse Ventura. And by the way, you should not strive to be Jesse Ventura.
He was entertaining color, though. And Graves had, like I said, he had a 10-year run. But, I mean, I think he might do well on NXT. That'll be a good place for him. I like Cole Yeaton with fucking Pat McAfee. And I like Barrett in Replaced. But Barrett's always he's a good color guy. He's good with Joe. He's good with Michael. But we started off with Jay and Gunther. And I like the whole Gunther. You're not on my level. You're not fucking. You're just a really good tag team wrestler. I know that was the week before, but that's kind of the narrative of this thing, is that you're not enough. You're not world champion material. You're not Roman. I'm the fucking guy. And fucking Jay's like, I got the people behind me, bitch. Because he's one of the most over guys in the company.
Yeah, I would say
Any
probably
guy
second.
does this magic. Everybody loves it.
Who's the top three? Cody, Roman, and Jay.
And Jay. Yeah, but, well, unless you're counting women, then it's Roman, Cody, Rhea in that order. But if you're not counting that, then if you're just counting dudes, then it's Roman, Cody, Jay in that order. Because Roman's the most over, Cody's the second most over, and then you get, and Jay's very over. And it's great because in the Bloodline saga, like when it was first going on, I was like, no one's gonna get over off this except for Roman. But Jay became a big fucking star. Main event Jey Uso. People love him. And main event's going to be in the main event of Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
so it'll be fucking dope. I'm
That's
excited.
at 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get the cartoon podcast done before it comes
45
on.
minutes.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good one. I really liked Raw.
Yeah.
This week. I thought it was a good episode. That was a good way to open. I am getting tired of pull aparts. That one didn't really happen in this one, but it does happen later.
Yeah.
That's the one thing WWE is doing too often. That's my one complaint with them is that I see Jamie Noble and fucking what's his name, Jason Jordan more than half the roster sometimes because they're always out there pulling people off. And then they do the same spot when they get in the corner, they pull them off, they jump in the corner. The first few times it's fucking badass, but then it's like it's every fucking week, it's every program, at least once a show. Cody and
We'll
Kevin
get
are
to
doing
that
every fucking
later with the Rhea and Rhea and
Rhea and Nia. Why does that need to be
Nia.
pulled apart? And it's always Adam Pearson that calls us fucking
Yep.
But it's like, yeah. That's probably my only gripe with this creative because besides that, it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. And I think this was a good way to open Raw hot. And then we go into Ray and Kofi.
Yeah. And the thing is that like Kofi kind of showed off a new attitude and all that. And I like him having the heel. I could give two shits about Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods has been dead weight. I mean, let's face it, if you talk to his mama, probably since the day he was born. But Xavier Woods is just like, he plays video games. Cool. Like,
he's a fucking nerd.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, I've never been into him. He's never really done anything for me. He's an all right in the ring guy. He's an all right underneath talent. But like Kofi's always had that big star appeal. You think he's more than that?
I think he's boring.
Oh, he's boring. Yeah, he can be a bit boring. He got the trumpet over. I'll give him that. He got Francesco, whatever the fuck. He was big in that with the New Day.
Yeah, and probably what he does with Francesca in the back is probably what the same thing they did in American Pie band camp. The band geek shoved the trumpet up his ass.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
well, I had to provide
I don't think you needed to. It was a nice hint.
Yeah,
but no, I thought this was good shit. But Kofi, that spot where he dropped Ray got scary.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh my god, what's going on? Like,
it was either an over rotation or
it seemed like he just slipped.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was a decent match between two professionals that can go in the ring.
Yeah.
And it was it was high flying, but it was safe. It was WWE safe high flying, and it was pretty good. And Ray, Ray's fun to watch, and it's especially coming off of this loss to Kevin Owens on SmackDown. It was cool to see Ray with declaring for the Rumble getting a win.
Yeah.
And the New Day has all the heat in the world. They don't really need the W's.
Yeah, and they beat him up after.
Yeah. So it's still working.
So they'll probably wrestle Del Toro and Wild next week. Probably get the win there.
Yeah.
That's always a good opening match.
Yeah.
I give it a 3 out of 5.
I mean, I'd say 2.5.
I give it a 2.9. I thought it was very decent. I thought it was good. It was good in ring, and it was nice to see Kofi go as a bad guy. It was cool. His psychology, I think, still needs a little work. I mean, I'm an armchair fan. I'm not like I don't know the business like that. I'm just saying it seems like he fucking.
I've always enjoyed Rey Mysterio. So
Yeah, and Ray was the good baby face to work a newly healed Kofi, and I think Kofi
Veteran.
did do a good job. But it just seemed like with being angry and like hating everybody, like he's been good on the mic and stuff, but in the ring, I think it still leaves a little bit to be desired.
Yeah.
But we've only have one match. All right.
The post-match
Next up,
stuff was okay.
yeah, it wasn't bad. They beat the hell out of him, and then LWO. I'm just glad they're keeping Penta out of this shit.
Yeah. I mean, for right now. I mean, you know it's going to happen.
No, it shouldn't.
But you know it's going to.
He should only join the group so he can go heel and turn on Ray and then set up that WrestleMania program for next year, maybe. But I think he needs a nice babyface run right now. I like him and Braun Breaker for the title at WrestleMania. That would be a sad.
That would be awesome.
But yeah, I'm glad even though this isn't bad stuff, it's good underneath stuff, but it's just not. I don't think it's not main event level shit for me. Yeah. It was nice for Ray to get a win though.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin Owens comes out after Sami Zayn, and by the way, Sami Zayn cuts a promo. This was a good promo, and it was a passionate, and he was really giving a fuck. And he was like, the fans are behind me. And then the fans are like, woo. Like, Sammy is,
like, yeah.
I would have said Sammy, like, is number 4 as far as, like, the over baby face.
I was going to say that, too.
But fucking, that crowd didn't give a shit. They didn't give a fuck. They dude, like, that was a nice, and he got him a little, they were starting to be like, hoorah. But they weren't fucking, they weren't going, like, when Punk said, and I got the people behind me, the people were like, ah. When fucking Sami Zayn said he had the people behind him, they were like, nah.
Well, and I think a lot of it too is there's still a lot of people that were upset about the fact that he got the WrestleMania match last year and he got to take the title off of Gunther when supposedly everybody wanted Chad Gable to do it. And like when he beat Chad Gable to get the title shot, like people were booing him. They wanted Chad Gable. But Sammy's always been like an over babyface, but I feel like because he's gotten the Dolph Ziggler treatment so many times with the start and stop, that it's just like, all right, yeah, do whatever you want. We don't care.
I don't see it. I don't think he's gotten Dolph Ziggler. I think he's had a consistent push. I mean, when has he not been featured in it? Like, has he been a part of some shitty stuff? Yeah, like some badly written for him stuff for sure. Like the Bobby Lashley stuff that comes into mind, and the heel stuff when they brought Logan in, and Logan was with him, and some of that heel shit was bad. But as the underdog baby face, like the Mick Foley that they kind of have him as now, he's so fucking over, and I think he is a big deal. And because it's been consistent, like join the fucking the fucking tribal chief and the fucking Bloodline. I almost called them the New Day for some reason. But you join the Bloodline, you do all the shit, you become the favorite member of the Bloodline. That's a fucking however long. What was that? An 8-month story?
Sammy Uso.
And then you get the title match at fucking Elimination Chamber. Like people wanted him instead of Cody for a second. Like people were rooting for him. And to go to WrestleMania and fight.
This is where my hot take comes in. I told you earlier.
What is it?
I think Sammy should win the Rumble.
Okay, that's Eric's pick. It's a good take. He's the underdog story, and I like this promo because it's set up. I just wish the crowd was a little more into it because I'm getting spoiled with hot WWE crowds lately. I'm getting used to people getting big fucking pops now.
I feel like this wasn't the normal Dallas crowd.
No, this felt a little more like 2011-ish, where we don't give a shit. And fucking, I thought Sammy's promo deserved better than that because I thought he was really,
definitely.
He was passionate and he was, I
thought it was a little better than the Jey Uso promo, but this segment I like the best over Jey Uso.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was good shit, and I like Kevin come out, and Kevin's trying. This whole Kevin Owens is a bad guy, but he's secretly the good guy is a fun bro, and the Kevin is right shit, and him like I know you can win. I know you're trying to guilt trip him, trying to guilt trip Ray. Like that shit's cool. It works for Kevin and the Kevin Owens. Kevin and Sammy have just gotten better and better over time, and they just keep fucking stepping up their game. And like Sammy just keeps. Like the start and stop. Dolph Ziggler has a couple accomplishments, but fucking Sami Zayn main evented a WrestleMania, fucking Intercontinental Champion. Like, yeah, the world title, but he can't really get there. So technically, Ziggler's got the higher accolade, but fucking, I'd say as far as a push star, Sami Zayn has gotten way more, screen time.
Yeah,
in my eyes. But I do. Kevin Owens is doing really good shit right now, and to the point where. I can see a world where fucking Nick Aldis screws Cody over at the Royal Rumble. They set that match up for WrestleMania and piss off everybody, and then fucking Kevin Owens wins the World Championship. I can see it.
I could see it.
It would be crazy.
Sammy versus Kevin
Owens. No one would fucking see it coming, but it could happen. Nick Aldis finally, Cody's climbing up the ladder, grabs all this times you fucked me on, fucking took my job over on SmackDown. The China low blow right to the dick. And fucking.
Do you guys think they're teasing Kevin Owens for Sammy at WrestleMania? But we haven't had that yet.
I don't know. I think
we had it 21 or not 21, 37.
Oh, okay. I forgot that.
In 2021, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, was that WrestleMania? Okay.
Yeah.
That.
I mean, it'd be good this year because Kevin's a hot heel and he's a hot baby. But those are two guys that it's like. They had them with each other so much you kind of want to see them away from each other. Yeah. And they've been able to do great stuff away from each other. So it's like I kind of like them separate. But I don't mind that. They're both entertaining and good. And
they're probably two of my favorites from ROH that went to WWE.
I just hate seeing Sammy as a bad guy. Sammy is the ultimate babyface underdog.
Oh, yeah.
He's the underdog on that. Like everybody else, it's like Cody's like, I can kick ass and win. Like you believe in Cody. You believe in Sammy, but you believe in his heart. There's something different about Sammy. He's got that Mick Foley in him.
Yeah.
I can.
Okay.
You want to bring up the next subject while I do that?
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit here.
I mean, we could just sit here. But yeah, like it was a good promo, and I like the fact, like I do like what they're doing with Kevin. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind seeing him win the world title. So,
cool.
I would love to see like a Chris Benoit and Eddie moment between those two.
All right. Yeah, I think it was a good segment. It was very good. All right. Nia Jackson Bailey. Roxanne Perez in the crowd. Rhea Ripley comes out at the end. You got the big brawl. Nia ends up fucking getting the win on Bailey. Like, Bailey's hurt. Nia capitalizes. She's fast with it. Well, as fast as she can be. She's swift. She drops that ass on her, crosses the arms, which I think is a great look. There's something about that finish that's cool when Nia's sitting on her opponent with the arms crossed and the face.
I hated it. She hurt me.
Well, sometimes your favorites have to lose.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you wouldn't know what to do if Nia Jax stood across you wearing a bikini.
Wait, what? I would no. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say anything on air.
Yeah.
I don't want to be disrespectful.
It'd be harder than C-Man. This was a good match. They have good chemistry. These two are good together. They well. They can they go at it. It's just like what I was saying about Naomi and Nia. Nia and Bailey had the same type of chemistry where Nia's a good heel and Bailey's a good underdog baby face, and they work a good match together. And this match was no different. I thought it was a good work match. It was a cool, clean ending. Bailey's someone that can lose clean and recover from it. And fucking Nia
She's lost to Nia like 5 times, though. I mean, shouldn't she get a win eventually?
It wasn't her time. So maybe that's to build up the next program. She can't get it.
I don't know. Like you kind of put over. Okay, Bailey's going to be on Raw now. It's a fresh start for her. Okay, well she loses her first night.
I mean, God forbid that this is the one heel that has won in 3 weeks on this program.
Well,
name the other one. I'm waiting for you to correct me. Who's the other heel?
Well,
even Drew lost
in a couple weeks. That's probably going to be heel.
Well, he's baby right now, and he got.
So we'll foreshadow and say.
That's been a heavy AEW, and it's interesting how booking goes sometimes to where AEW is the fucking ultimate fucking heels win everything. Fucking Wheeler Yuta's gonna come fuck you over, and the heels are gonna win. And then you got fucking WWE, which is like prime Hogan phase again, where it's like the good guys always win, and you fucking your ass kicked. And poor Finn Balor's just like, I gotta lose again.
I really think it has to do with the fact that like and the Bucks really don't have anything to do with it. I mean, I'm sure they're still backstage or whatever, but like
They're making a return soon.
Don't threaten me. Tony Khan, I think because he grew up watching more of like the old like NWA territory.
Yeah.
In Florida and all that, and always saw that Flair would win the world title.
Well, and that was the thing, and that's like NWA was very
it was a heel territory because they felt like building up
Mid Atlantic was for sure.
Yeah, like they wanted to build up the heel champion.
Yeah, and that was the old school way of that. And then WWE, Vince came into town and was like, "No, the good guys win all the time." And then you had your fucking WCW, which fucking ended up like, the NWO is going to win a lot. The bad guys. And then that ended up being some of the most viewed TV. So it's gone both ways in popularity.
Yeah.
To where, sometimes the good guys winning all the time is the most popular sometimes. And I like a nice healthy mix. But and you also, when you lay it out to, I think it's amateur booking to lay it out and be like, this many baby faces need to win and this many heel. Like, I feel like that's an amateur move. So whatever stories Triple H is telling his stories, and however that ends, if that ends in a good ending, that's how it ends. And it's been good shit so far. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying there's been a lot of babyface wins lately.
It's just funny
on Raw.
Yeah, it's just funny that like the guy who absolutely had to go over when WrestleMania was always about your happy ending, right?
Yeah.
WrestleMania is always about your fucking happy ending. And for the first 15 WrestleManias, it was always a baby face going over at the end and sending the crowd home happy. All of a sudden, he's champion and he's champion. He's a heel. So he has to go over, all because Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't ready to get out of his fucking hard collared neck brace yet, because they wanted Rock's moment to involve Austin. But it's just funny that the guy who basically had to ruin the tradition of WrestleMania, sending the fans home happy for WrestleMania, is saying, fuck all the heels. The baby faces have to go over.
And by the way, that was during their hottest period when even though Austin was gone, they weren't skipping a beat and Rock was the hottest.
Yeah.
And it should have just been Rock and Triple H in the main event. Rock goes over and gets the big moment. Instead, they do a fatal four-way with a just retired Mick Foley and a not ready Big Show. And fucking do McMahon's, and no one gives a shit about that. And fucking in every corner. And then fucking the whole and Triple H wins. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. That was such a WrestleMania 2000 had so much potential, but it ended up being such a flop kind of. And that main event was one of the big, because it was Backlash that year ended up being amazing because they did it then. And so that it made it one of the best, like most important Backlashes ever. But that was Rock winning. I mean, he won the Rumble that year. 2000 was Rock's year. If you're going to have an MVP of each year, Triple H was like an MVP heel that year, but Rock was the babyface.
Yeah, and that's,
he was the guy.
Yeah, and again, I'm not knocking really what Triple H is doing, because to be honest with you, babyfaces, the fans are supposed to. If you go by the rules of wrestling, 30 years ago, the baby faces are the fans are supposed to want the baby faces to win. If the fans are cheering the heels, then that means the heels suck. They're not doing their job. Eric, either you're masturbating or you're not.
Yeah, Doug did it before.
No, it's turning down the TV.
Like a professional.
Yeah, actually, I didn't. But
well, then why'd you make us wait a minute? We were ready for 10 minutes.
Do you really want me to say it on air?
No,
I was watching the Powerpuff Girls.
I was turning down the TV. Sorry.
That is way worse. I didn't think it was going to get worse. That's worse.
Yeah.
All right. So next up on Rob. This
good way to change the subject.
This match, like I said, the pull apart's getting lazy for me, and it's getting a little much.
I mean, that's a good visual though.
Rhea looked like a badass. Well, we can't show it because we don't need another YouTube video.
I thought the match was good.
So I really liked I liked the match. I thought it was a good work match. I know you didn't like the finish or the end, or that Bayley didn't go over, but either of you did. But I thought it sets up something for Rhea, and even though they've already visited that, so I think there's something different for Rhea to do. But she fought her at Elimination Chamber last year. She might as well do it again, you know, like set up for Royal Rumble.
And it's television.
Yeah,
it's a TV match. There's Saturday night's main event, which, by the way, Saturday night's main event, like you should have these big matches. Like Saturday night's main event, for a lot of people that don't know what it is, if not, then
go fuck yourself.
I don't know.
Or come here and learn.
Yeah, like
I thought maybe we're just trying to teach you.
Like Saturday night's main event really was just like a glorified house show, because like a glorified house show that was like a network special. So you had big matches on there, but you really didn't need like big, like significant title changes. As a matter of fact, in the history of Saturday night's main event, and I'm not counting the main event, the Friday night TV special, because we all know the Andre Hogan thing. But in the history of Saturday night's main event, only 2 titles have ever changed hands. And that's when the Brainbusters beat Demolition for the tag titles back in 89.
Yeah.
And then in 92, when Shawn Michaels beat the British Bulldog on the last original Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, like, the big title changes don't necessarily need to happen, but you do need to have big matches because you do want to get that rating.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's like it needs that big feel. You don't want it to turn into main event like or a superstar. You want it to make that big fucking fight feel to it.
Yeah,
make it like a spectacle, like it used to be, like it needs to be.
Yeah.
So I like that they're doing it again.
Yeah, are they doing this once a month or is it every quarter?
It's supposed to be quarterly, but NBC is the one picking the dates. WWE isn't. NBC is picking what they're doing. As a matter of fact, I think the one, because they've already got one set up for May and one set up for July, and the one in July is running head to head with All In.
Yep.
Yeah.
With All In Texas.
Yep.
And that's going to be funny because it's like you're really going to see how badly AEW business is if more people tune in to Saturday night's main event than they do by the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Or even like, well, do you have to pay for the pay-per-views on Max, or are they going to be?
I don't know.
I think they're still streaming it on YouTube too.
So, like, you're going to see how bad AEW's business is if they prefer a regular TV special over a pay-per-view.
And there's a chance that Double or Nothing could run against one Saturday night too. So,
oh yeah, that's right. Because they've scheduled that. Because the one scheduled in May, isn't that Memorial Day weekend?
Yep. Unless AEW does it on Sunday, unless they do it Sunday, which they usually do for that weekend.
Well, yeah, because it's a weekend. Because that used to be their original formula: is weekends kids don't have school, or like the Monday, the holiday, or like the holiday weekends where kids are off from school on Monday, they'll hold it on Sunday. But like the March pay-per-view or whatever the fuck, and the November pay-per-view were always done on Saturday. But then Tony realized, Tony decided to kill off, half of his fan base by fucking having, a pay-per-view go from, 8 o'clock at night till, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So people couldn't get a fucking decent good night's sleep.
That's a gripe. I mean, that's someone from experience. You can.
Well, fucking like the best part about having a pay, and this is why Triple H realized it. Although I think TKO would like to change. Well, according to Dana White, they would like to change it. I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. Bald people lie. But like Triple H has the pay-per-views on Saturday. One, because Peacock said this is what we fucking want to do.
Yeah.
Like we want the pay-per-views on Saturday because we have sporting events on Sunday that we don't want interference with. So like Triple H realized it's like, it's better to have them on a Saturday, so people can actually watch it. Because there are people that get up at 4 o'clock in the morning that can't stay up till fucking midnight to watch this shit. Unless, Cody's winning the title of WrestleMania, then yeah, we'll stay up for it. But then afterwards, you have to deal with two other assholes in your group chat who won't shut up about the fucking event.
Oh, we have a comment.
Yeah, it's Sean. He's saying hi.
Hi, Sean.
Our devoted follower.
He's a friend.
And
our devoted friend.
Friend of the show.
And co-star.
Yeah.
But no.
He's the reason why our Saturday ratings are going up.
Yeah. He this was a good segment from the broads. I would give this match from the ladies. I would give this match a 3.2.
I'd say the same.
I'd give it a 3.
All right.
Eric's not giving it the 0.2 because his girl didn't win.
Exactly.
The Rhea setup was cool, and Rhea looked badass as usual. She's the biggest female star they have.
Yeah.
All right. Penta and Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
If there was...
Oh, by the way, Sean, we're doing good tonight. Just to answer your question in the comments.
We're doing good now that you're here.
You've been getting a little more sassy lately. And I mean said like a sassy in the boots. But
I learned from Doug.
Yeah, it is Doug's fault. Oh, shucks. That's adorable. But there's no better way to bring Penta in than the way that they have. There's two great opponents to start this guy off with that can give you good matches, believably sell, look badass in their own right, and really make this guy look like $1 million. Chad Gable and Pete Dunne were the two guys. Yep. And they had a hard-hitting, badass match. It was fun seeing Dunne hit the fingers and shit, and then Penta do the arms. And it's a badass, and it's fun and anyone who's like, oh, they don't have him going into a feud yet. Like, let him fucking have a couple nights. Let him have a couple matches. He's building up a resume. He's putting on some good performances, and the guys he's working with are really fucking good and talented. This match,
right?
This match is an easy 4 for me.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, he lives in San Jose now.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 3.8.
I'd say about a 4. But the thing is that like with him, if a certain other person was booking this, his first 2 matches would have been losses to Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Like I remember, and I'm not. Do not get me wrong here. I am not comparing him to Jimmy Wang Yang. But when Jimmy Wang, no, just follow me here for a second, right?
I'll try.
Jimmy Wang Yang came into SmackDown in 2006, and they did like the vignettes for him and all that. And you know they hyped him up pretty good. His first 2, see, Sean knows. His first 2 matches were against Sylvain Grenier, who was not getting pushed at the time. and Sylvan won both times. Like, that goes to show you how much they thought, how much Vince thought, okay, Jimmy Wang Yang, we're doing all this stuff for him, pal. We're giving him all these vignettes. Let's have him lose to the French model twice in his debut. And then fucking we're not gonna mention. No, he's not.
no, Sean. But
he's a disgruntled former worker.
All right. But
he is
disgruntled. But yeah, I yes, the way a guy is presented, not that Jimmy Wang Yang, and listen, as a Keo and as a Jimmy Yang could go, but that character, and it was only gonna. I think Penta has a little more mileage on him. That's all I'm saying. I know you will, Sean, but it's not worth it. But no, it'd
be funny.
They presented Penta in a perfect way,
yeah,
and he looks badass. His music's cool. He comes out looking cool, and then he kicks ass. And the great promo last week, great 2 matches. This guy's going to be a star, and if they keep him away from the dumb shit and keep him looking legitimate, and like I said, maybe even build up to Penta and Braun Breaker at WrestleMania, it could be very good.
Yeah. Well, no, what I'm saying is that like they're doing right by him. Now they're doing right by him because it's the right person doing right by him, because the other moron's not in charge anymore.
You're the LWO, pal.
Yeah. You're in the LWO. You are taking losses in 6-man tags every week. Ivy Nile's gonna pin you, pal. You're gonna take a slam.
There you go. No, great match for. Yeah, well, this was solid.
Yeah,
this was one of the highlights of the show. It's probably one of my.
We'll give it a 4.
I really like the main event, but this is my second favorite match. All right.
I'll give it a 4.
Okay. We have the CM Punk.
I think Eric gives it a 4.
Okay, cool. CM Punk has that promo. Does he give it a 4?
Yeah.
CM Punk has a promo and says no one will stop him from making history. He's winning that Rumble. He said he's gonna fucking toss Hulk Hogan's dusty ass out of that, kill Hulkamania. He said that. I like my favorite part was Sami Zayn, not on my level. I like that. That sets up a little, especially because they just teamed together. So I like that little, yes.
I mean, and Sami Zayn also did, by the way, mention that he really did not want to team with Punk.
Yeah. He told Seth, I wanted you. That was good, too. That was good shit.
I wanted you, baby.
Yeah. Why are you playing with tape?
I don't know.
But no, I thought this was cool shit as well.
Yeah, it was a good solid promo.
It was a great promo. The fans like this a lot more than the Sami Zayn one, and he really set up and made the Royal Rumble feel special. The Royal Rumble feels more special than it's felt in years. It's stacked, and we don't
definitely
win. Like, there's the top 3 guys me and Eric are picking. You think Sammy's going to win? I think Drew McIntyre's going to win. Who's your pick, Doug?
Otis.
Really?
No. No, my actual pick, like, I feel like the guys that could benefit the most.
Jesus,
good Lord,
he's a good underdog.
Yeah. But like, I feel like some of the guys that could benefit the most from a Royal Rumble win, like I would not mind seeing Jacob Fatu win.
Yeah.
All right. And if they let him enter the Rumble this year, which I think would be a good idea, I mean, he could be fucking unstoppable. And so, yeah, Jacob Fatu's my pick.
Okay. We got some 3 random crazy picks here.
Who's your pick, Sean?
But, and I'll say this too. Has anybody ever noticed that Jackie Redmond really only ever interviews CM Punk or Jey Uso?
Yeah.
Or now lately, maybe like Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest?
Yeah.
What do you think of her?
What do I think of her?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to.
I think she's a very attractive woman.
Here we go.
I said she's a very attractive woman.
I heard what you said.
She's a very attractive woman who basically was a name because she works for the NHL network.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
feel like
that's right. I thought I recognized her.
Yeah. I feel like with her, she probably likes hockey more. I mean, she's obviously a wrestling fan. She wouldn't have come in if she wasn't.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes she probably feels like she would rather be working, a hockey game. They fucking made her miss Game 7 of the Stanley Cup so she could be at Raw.
Damn.
Like,
sometimes it feels awkward when she interviews people. Maybe that's just me.
I don't think she's bad.
You feel awkward in your special place?
No, I said sometimes it feels she looks awkward.
I'd have to
interviewing
push back
people.
on that a little bit, Sean. I think there's a couple guys that could do it. I think Cody's reign's more expendable than we think. I don't think it's like Roman's.
But to get back to the point about that's why, like I said, that I feel like she's best at interviewing CM Punk and Jey Uso because she's friends with both guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had Kathy Kelly interview Jay more, but that's also because Triple H is huge on Kathy Kelly.
Yeah.
Like, because she's friends with both Triple H and Stephanie.
Okay.
And by the way, she's a very attractive woman too. I mean, they do pretty good when it comes to hiring attractive female interviewers. But then on SmackDown, you have to look at Byron.
As they call it in sports.
All right, next up, we have Io Sky and Dakota Kai Damage Control against Shayna
I mentioned
Baszler
Byron and you go, ew.
against the Pure Fusion Collective, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
Speaking of ew.
That's one of the few things that has flopped in this era that really didn't work. And it wasn't given much time, but they weren't that believable and that great anyway. And they took
give it a 1.
This match had that drop kick that Zoe Stark blasted.
Yeah.
See,
Dakota she is an athlete, and Shayna Baszler is a badass. The only thing is, who is Sean talking about, Kathy or Jackie?
Probably Jackie.
I mean,
maybe Shayna Baszler.
Ew. Zoe Stark is a great athlete. Shayna Baszler's a badass. Sonya Deville's a big nosed bitch. You want to know the reason why Pure Fusion Collective is pure shit? Sonya Deville. She sucks. She was good at being a heel boss that finally got the shit beat out of her. Sonya Deville just has no talent. That's why Pure Fusion Collective is not working, because you have Shayna, who's already got a bad reputation for the fact that she was friends with Ronda Rousey. I mean, you get more over if you were fucking friends with Joseph Stalin than you would be, than you would as a friend of Ronda Rousey's. But fucking, Vladimir Putin or whatever world leader that everybody hates.
Yeah.
Maybe Donald Trump. But,
I give them
and Zoe Stark Zoe Stark has no personality, but she's a great athlete.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're a pretty cool tag team that could work.
Yeah.
If you maybe just made Sonya a manager and kind of kept her out of it. I think but Dakota, and I was waiting for you to see that one, but Dakota and Sky are both very fucking good. And this was a pretty good tag match. I give it a 2.5. This
I give it a 2.3.
Felt like filler on the show.
I'll give it a 2.
Yeah. It was filler on the show, but the thing is that it's been a program for so long.
Yeah. So if you wanted to see that payoff, there you go.
Yeah.
Seth freaking Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Sami Zayn gets involved at the end after we get a roll-up win from Seth. And Drew gets kind of rolled up again, just like with Jey Uso. And he's not happy and he looks shocked and upset. I love what they're doing with Drew. I think he's one of the best heel characters on the show. And I liked him and Seth going at it. This was a good match, and I liked Sammy's involvement in setting him and Seth straight. They might go Seth and Sammy for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
So,
I would actually like to see that.
It'd be good. So I like that they're setting up that little dynamic for the Royal Rumble. And
Seth is going to turn on Sammy soon.
Yeah.
Probably at the Rumble.
But yeah, it's been good stuff, and I love Drew, and I think it's all been really good shit.
Yeah.
This match was a 4-2 for me.
I'd say 4-3. Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew Bloody McIntyre. I don't know.
I'll give it a 4-3 too.
I'm here to help ya.
I'm not here to hurt you.
Listen to me, Cody. We have to stop Roman Reigns.
Jimmy Wang Wang.
Gotta stop Jimmy Wang Yang.
Just put him against the Frenchman.
Not gonna happen.
All right, book it.
Book it. Yeah, I like that.
Book this bitch.
All right.
I think Sean just booked the whole entire segment.
There you go. I think he did too. This whole show, I give it a crisp 7.8 out of 10. I thought it was a decent show that was very good.
Well, yeah.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
The amount of shit you talk, though, pal. Good luck. You're up there with Doug. You're blacklisted, my friend. But we're fucked. That's why we'll never get an interview on this show.
You know what? You know what's funny?
Someone will walk in. They'll be like, "I saw the bald guy say that I'm a dick sucking asshole a couple weeks ago."
So it's funny. Did you guys ever watch like the episode of Everybody Loves Raymond where Robert goes to interview for the FBI and Marie ruins his lucky suit and then calls the FBI and explains why Robert's suit looks like shit?
Yeah.
And then Robert walks in the house and he's just like, that's what's going to happen if you ever interview for WWE and Triple H and Triple H pulls up some stupid shit that I said and you're going to come home and you're going to be like, that's it.
I'm going to give you a pedigree. But this whole show was a 7.8. I thought it was a really good. Yeah, I know you would.
I'll give it a solid 7.
Hey.
All right.
I give it a 7. I give it a 7.5.
For the third week in Netflix, I don't think that it felt a little more dull than last. It wasn't as exciting as the last couple weeks, but there was still good action on here, good stories getting moved forward, and I think an overall good episode of Raw.
Exactly. That's why I want to give it a 7 because I thought it was of the 3. I thought it was the worst of the 3.
All right. Check out the cartoon show this weekend. Are you doing it?
Yeah. So this weekend, it is the group league. You're going to see Sean, Eric, and I judging once again. So the group home judging the group league. And it is the Real Ghostbusters versus the Powerpuff Girls versus Chippendale Rescue Rangers versus Adventures of the Gummy Bears. I should mention that it is the 1998 to 2004 edition of a version of the Powerpuff Girls, not the 2016 version, because that's the one that's on Disney Plus. Is the 2016 version. So once I figured out that was the wrong one, I turned it off.
Oh, where's the 98 one? Is that on Disney too?
You can find it on Max. You can find it on Netflix. You can find it on Hulu.
Okay.
I'll
be doing 2 shows on Friday, so.
Huh?
I'm just plugging my show for Friday with my brother.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
We'll be previewing the conference championship between the Kansas City Chiefs and Doug's Buffalo Bills, and then the Eagles versus Washington.
That's going to be fun. And yeah, Sean, you're right. There isn't a real favorite this week in the cartoon thing. Because to be honest with you, I'd probably give high scores to, well, I like all of them. So it's kind of hard for me to pick a favorite. Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time here on YouTube or wherever you may be listening or watching us right now. We will be doing a tribute episode to the recently departed Black Bart, recently deceased Black Bart. Shut up. And we will be joined by Rod Price, friend of the show, friend of Black Bart's.
So there you go. We'll see everybody this week, this Friday for that. And who was the MVP of this Raw? I'd probably go Penta.
I'll go Ray.
I'd say Penta.
All right. We'll see everybody next time. Goodbye.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye, Sean.